I don't see recycling versus garbage. I see shapes, packages, containers, things taking up space, and how much space they take up. Some jingles from the 80s San Diego radio landscape. You've got the happiness guarantee at Hallerford, Mitsubishi, Suzuki. Love my Padres, KFMB, keeping in touch. Today's hits, yesterday's favorites. Y95. Good morning from the Q Morning Crew. Rise and shine to folks like you. Good morning from the Q Morning Crew. The Q Morning Crew. So I did my third 72-hour fast in 2 weeks. I deemed it third fast, too furious. That's the number 2, not TOO. I wanted to go for 105 hours of fasting. Spoiler alert, I made it to 86. I wanted to reach 100, triple digits. The weather people. Why do people on the TV still talk about the weather? Well, it's cheap and an easy way to take up time between adverts. But I got 86 hours in. And I was like, I don't need Dana White to tell me how to starve myself. I don't need Aiden Ross to tell me how to consume 200 calories a day. 200 calories is all a growing boy needs. But I did enjoy pooping once a week. Little to no tooting. You just got to keep thinking and ignore that hunger. Ignore that hunger. And it shall go away. My boss, she's cool. She got us some donuts. Took my donut, dipped it right into my bone broth. Tasty. We also got lunch catered by Buckhorn Grill. I just picked up one of those giant aluminum trays that held all the brisket and tri-tip and whatnot. And I just angled it, tipped it up to my mouth, drank all that juice. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got sparkles in my tummy. Buckhorn Grill barbecue. Chicken was a 3. It was just a bunch of breasts of chicken. It was fine. But their tri-tip / biscuit, I don't know what it was. I just saw a cow. I just saw beef. But whatever it was, 7 out of 10. And then their veggies, their mushrooms, dynamite, perfectly cooked, excellently seasoned. But their zukes and their sweet potatoes, too thick, didn't cook long enough, too hard. But going back to my 86-hour fast, 14 shy of triple digits. I'm so glad I was out of the solid food cabal. It's a vicious cycle. It's a death spiral. It really is. Just what's for lunch? What are we having for dinner? You want to go somewhere? Where do you want to go? But 86 hours in, I just found myself breaking down. I was weak. I was flaccid. I was lacking strength, which is odd because I lift. I'm really strong. But I'm used to feeling strong. And so I was just like, who cares? It's over. I didn't make triple digits. But I do consider myself a hero. And we need heroes. I didn't make it to 100, but I made it to 86. And like the Foo Fighters song, yes, the Adulterer from Nirvana, or the Mariah Carey song, or the Enrique Iglesias song, I can be your hero, baby. They were singing about us fasters. But 86 hours in, I quit. I stopped. I failed. Because every hero has to retire, or you live long enough to become the villain. In other Vince news, I gave myself a pedicure, made myself bleed. But like Ja Rule said, through pain will come pleasure. The other day, Claire's human brothers began playing ball, soccer, football, F-U-T-B-O-L in Spanish, football. And I was just like, I don't want them to kick our garage, our front door. I don't want them to break our windows. So I took action. I opened up the window facing where they were playing, and they looked up at me. Fear in their eyes. I felt like Thanos. Although I'm probably more like the Rancor to them, and they're Luke Skywalker. And Luke Skywalker does end up killing the Rancor, but I still had it in the beginning. And I mean, I was a kid once, okay? I caused mayhem and cheese on my block. But now being on the other end of it, get off my lawn, young kids. But they were playing, they were kicking, they were footballing out there. And Lennox offered to go out there and talk to them. And he's the same age as them. And I was like, Len, you would really go out there to give him a piece of your mind? And he does this body movement thing. I did the same thing when I was a teenager, but I threw a duh in there. So I'm like, Len, you'll really go out there and give him a piece of your mind, give him a stern lecture, and he does a body shake thing. Duh. Well, I added the duh. That's what I did as a teenager. But he shakes his body like, yeah, hello. If mom wants me to. And I said, okay, well, if you do go out there, what are you going to tell him? I'm going to tell him to stop kicking the ball. And I was like, well, it's a very direct message. I wish you luck. I've decided to start buying the squeezed mayonnaise in a bottle, because when you get to the bottom of a jar, which is cheaper per ounce, yes. But when you get to the bottom of the jar, you got the knife, your butter knife, and you're scraping away some barely anything of mayo, and it's just, I don't need that in my life. I'll save some dishes too. I won't wash the butter knife, and if I squeeze the mayo, save a butter knife, save a life. But there will be that little increment of mayonnaise I can't squeeze out of the bottle. And for those 8 cents of mayonnaise, well, goodbye. Nice knowing you. What do you think about dryer lint, people? So when I do a dryer, say I do a wash, throw it in the dryer, 60 minutes. Okay. 60 minutes is up. Stick my hand in there. It's still a little damp, still a little moist, still a little wet. So I put more time on the dryer. I take the lint trap and remove the lint, because there's a lot of lint accumulated there. And it's supposed to breathe. You want your dryer operating at maximum efficiency. And it's buildup. It's no good. It's meant to... ventilation is meant to go through it. It is a vent after all. And you could start a fire. But every time I pull the lint out of the lint trap, Carolyn always goes, "You're getting lint everywhere. You're getting lint on your clothes." I'm like, is lint a problem on my clothes? But seriously, people, 60 minutes, your clothes are still wet. You empty out the lint trap, right? Because everyone I've talked to says I'm insane. And no, let the machine do its work, and you empty it at the end of a full cycle. But I'm like, well, halfway through, if there's a bunch of lint there, remove it and then go about your day. And once again, the dryer will be operating in peak efficiency. This debate has become a bit contentious with the wife and I. But you want energy efficiency. You're just wasting more energy. Also, you're spending more money if the dryer is not operating in peak efficiency. I killed a car. I killed a spider. Yeah.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
Frankie Blue, all lowercase. Okay. I killed a spider in my car. It was up on the ceiling or the roof, up top, above my head. I murked it, and I just left the guts there. I could have cleaned it, but it's just some brown stuff. I'm not going to get a toothbrush and start detailing my vehicle interior. So I just left the brown guts there. And I said, that's a warning. You tell your spider friends. I know you're dead, but maybe in heaven you tell your spider friends there's a new sheriff in town. And don't come back to my vehicle roof. Alrighty. I'll see everyone on the Clavicular live stream chat at kick.com/clavicular. Okay, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. Gotta go late. See ya. Beam.